You salute with the right. How many times?
Sorry, sir. Won't happen again, sir.
God help the Navy. And again, quick march.
We are underway. It's all hands on deck.
Let's keep them in check. Those Jenny Wrens.
Go hard to port. Who'd ever have thought the Navy'd get caught
By Jenny Wrens.
So tweet, 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 free a man for the fleet and see that we plot our course. You can take it from me, or we never had seen. It's our Jenny, put her on a penny, full steam ahead with Jenny Wrens. Working together as one, getting it done.
Getting things done.
One family, one aim.
All with one aim.
And once we've taken the oath, we're all just the same.
They're all the same.
Saluting a lot, sailor suiting a lot.
With all those Jenny Wrens and fruiting a lot.
What?
Have you seen those hats?
Do-do-do-do-ah, well, you're going, of course.
Are there a hurricane force?
Do-do-do-ah,
Those Jenny Wrens.
you'll hear us trail.
You'll hear the
through our learning the drill.
Learning the drill.
And we won't stop until.
Won't stop until
with Jenny Wrens.
Scooby-Doo-Doo-Ah.
So tweet, 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 free a man with the fleet and see that we've got our course. You can take it from me, or we'll never at sea. It's our Jenny.
Goodness knows how many. Full steam ahead with Jenny Wrens.
So sweet, 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 get an island of fleet and see that your hat's just so. Oh, the Admiral, they say they are being led astray, but we're never at sea. Yes, unfortunately.
It's our Jenny. Look, we're on a penny. Full steam ahead with Jenny Wrens. Loose lips sink ships. An important day, Bennett. We've sunk the Bismarck.
So I understand, sir.
This war may be bleak.
Terribly.
But we must all stand together and defend our shores against Nazi peril.
A peril that threatens our very freedom and way of life.
Most awfully.
The Women's Royal Navy Service is here to help.
Let's plot.
I have 2 good eggs to plot today, sir. Up you go, Roberts. Wren Ratings Lily Harris and Ginger Melville have completed basic training in Scarborough and appear to be proceeding southwest to Plymouth Harbour to join a boat's crew.
A boat crew?
A boat's crew.
Boat's crew?
Yes, sir, a boat's crew. Small duty boats taking men's supplies out to the big naval ships in the harbour, sir.
I know what a boat crew does, Bennett. But girls, slipped this one under the radar.
Vice Admiral Sir George Penney down in Plymouth took executive action, sir. He just went ahead and did it.
That man's a maverick.
One might call him boldly innovative, sir.
Well, your Wrens are doing a spiffing job, Bennett. And decently behaved and well turned out pretty girls are sending up the row like a rocket.
Thank you, sir.
But the Royal Navy has a reputation to uphold. We are the senior service after all.
Quite, sir.
And harbours are within enemy range and frightfully dangerous places in times of war.
absolutely love it, sir. Thank you, Robert. That'll be all.
Ma'am?
Harrison Melville, our Sea Rangers, sir. And as a Sea Ranger skipper myself, I can guarantee their capability on a small boat in the harbour, and they will free desperately needed men for the fleet. Do we have a suitable plot, sir?
Who would ever have thought it?
Who would ever have thought it?
Conquer! Full name and number.
43543 Ren Ginger Melville, sir.
26542 Ren Lily Harris, sir.
Can't hear you!
26542 Ren Lily Harris, sir.
You've been sent down here by the chief to try your hand at being part of a boat's crew. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Crewing a knackered 50-foot cutter around the harbour in all weathers, heaving heavy ropes, coming alongside motor torpedo boats, destroyers, taking drunk sailors and poncy officers wherever they want to go day and night, scrubbing the decks, ducking the bombs, cleaning the bilges, greasing the chains, splicing the ropes, mending the engine and making new. Now does that sound like women's work to you?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Harris? You're looking a bit green there.
Oh, she's with me, sir. When do we get to go on the boats?
I'm not letting a girl anywhere near one of my boats till she knows a crankshaft from a carburettor.
Quite right, sir.
I can't hear you, Harris!
Quite right, sir.
The heart and power of a boat is...
It's engine, sir.
Thank you, Melville. It's engine. And to hear at your pedal, girls, and mind your pretty hairdos.
You go first, Lily.
After you, Ginger.
Oh, no, Lily.
No need for that, Jenkins. Cover yourselves up, lads. I know it's hot in here, but we got young ladies present come to muck in and help win the war.
Ginger,
Yes, Lily.
look at them. There are hundreds of them.
They're sailors, Lily.
The engine we're having a look at's through there, girls. It's a bit smaller than the one the men are working on. That's for the battleship, not for the likes of you lot. We'll have to travel through that early group of men, I'm afraid. Let's hope they don't gobble you up.
I need to get out of here.
Lily! Sorry, sir. Won't be a minute, sir.
For Pete's sake! What did I tell you, lads? Nelson was right. How's it ever going to work having girls on board when they never obey orders?
Lily! You can't just walk out like that.
I'm not sure anymore that we should be doing this, Ginger.
Why not, for heaven's sake?
I just think that maybe
Oh,
if
a
we
princess would grab at this. It's like finding a diamond mine. A chance to work on a real boat in a real harbour doing real work.
Yes, but my mother said to both of us that we needed to be careful.
We'll get used to the sailors, Lily. I'm sure of it.
It's different for you, Ginger.
There are some nice ones, apparently.
All adventure stories start from a position of safety on dry land. Robinson Crusoe doesn't get on a ship, remember, for at least 20 pages.
We haven't even stepped foot in a boat yet, let alone a ship. More's the pity. All we've done is drill to high heaven, scrub floors, and come on the train to Plymouth.
Yes, and this is the furthest I've ever been from Scarborough.
Really? You're feeling homesick, that's all? Your best friend Ginger will look after you.
I am older than you, don't forget.
We come as a pair, you and I. Now, Lily, think on this. We can lie together under the stars on a boat in a harbour, looking up at Cassiopeia, Lyra, the Great Bear, and you can mark off the navigational stars. Alpheratz, Capella, Sirius.
Oh, and Vega, don't forget.
How could I forget Vega? And we can regale each other with scintillating tales of nautical adventure.
This is a war, Ginger.
A war that we can help to win. They're looking for girls who know what they're doing, who can handle a boat.
We are very good in a boat.
Yes, and we win all our Sea Ranger challenges, hands down.
Always have done.
Semaphore champions!
4 years in a row.
I can't do this without you, Lily. You're my navigator. You remind me whether I'm going left or right.
Ginger,
What is our Sea Ranger motto? Take my You all have courage.
There you are, girls. Now, how are we going to stop Hitler with you lot squabbling and wobbling? Feeling homesick, are you? Need your mummy to sing you to sleep? I need a crew that's not going to waste my time. I'm about to take you lot through the ins and outs of stripping down a V8 diesel engine. It's going to get hot in there. Are you with me, girls?
We are right behind you, sir.
Ginger, I know I'm letting you down and you're probably going to hate me, but I can't do this.
Are you with me, girls?
Coming, sir!
Heart of oak are our ships, heart of oak are our men. We always are ready, steady boys, steady. Look, 1300 hours, 16th of December.
1941.
What's the forecast, Bennett?
Thank you, Roberts. The forecast, sir. A moderate sea, occasionally rough, becoming a damp sight, rougher later. No sign of the expected high as yet, sir.
The Americans are in.
Good news, sir.
Their navy doesn't have the discipline or the grit that we have. They have no experience of real war. This could be a complete disaster.
I'm sure the Royal Navy can whip the Americans into shape. We do rather need their backup, do we not, sir?
Do let's plot!
Boating men, Ginger Melville, all trained up, can handle a spanner and likes to get her hands dirty.
Really?
Took a V8 diesel engine apart and put it back together in double quick time.
Really?
Is now proceeding due east to HMS Tormentor, a coastal land base in Portsmouth, and is preparing to man a mixed boats crew.
Really?
A slight alteration to the plot of Red Harris meant Lily Harris requested a change of direction.
Ah, poor thing. Missing money?
Not at all, sir. Harris is a dab hand at Morse code and knows a bit of German, it turns out. The signals department are crying out for Wrens. We have made some inquiries, trained her up, and she is ready for special duties.
Ultra?
Top Hush Hush is proceeding to a rather remote land base, HMS Indomitable. Thank you, Roberts. That'll be all.
Can she keep mum?
She has signed the Official Secrets Act, sir, and knows the full consequences if she says one word to anybody about anything.
Hush, hush.
Shall we move forward at full speed with the altered plot, sir?
Conquer, Bennett! Conquer! Heart of oak are our ships, heart of oak are our men. We always are ready, steady boys, steady. We'll fight and we'll conquer again and again. Some more, some more.
Ben Lily Harris reporting for duty.
Hello, Wren Lily Harris reporting for duty. I'm Stan. Stupid Stan. Stan, the silly sailorman.
This is HMS Indomitable.
Without a doubt. This is that very shore establishment. Welcome to Hellfire Corner, Dover. Shall I take your bags?
Oh, I'll keep hold of them, thanks.
Well, we can't go inside yet. The PO's just having a sweep up. Boys on their own. It's a bit of a mess in there. I bet you've never worked in an old lighthouse before, have you?
No.
Doesn't light up anymore. Be a bit obvious to them up there if it did. Well, I hope you're staying somewhere comfy.
Oh, yes, thanks. An old farmhouse, or should I say farm ship. I was bundled up here in a lorry by duck.
You'll be the first Jenny Wren we've had working up here.
Really?
There are more coming, so they say. And then they can chuck silly Stan back out to sea, quick! You'll be safe here. Apart from...
Oh.
And you've got a couple of big guns to protect you just back there. Winnie and Pooh, they call them.
Winnie and
further down a few miles that way, you've got the boom defence. We get to see all the pretty balloons flying over to France. Helps pass the time when you're on a break. I think there's some of your lot looking after that, hiding in a hut somewhere.
A kittiwake!
A kitty what?
A kittiwake!
It looks like a dirty great seagull to me.
You can see the black on its wingtips. A kittiwake is a gull, but it's not a seagull.
Here, mate! Are you a seagull or a kittiwake?
Give it a rest, Stan! Listen to the lady! I'm a kittiwake, and no mistake!
He's a slow sleeper, that P.O. Siggy?
No thanks.
Well, it's lovely on these cliffs at night. All the stars and that. And straight ahead of you, across the sea, you've got France. Germans have got it now, of course. And on a clear day, you can see the... Oh, there it is. Can you see it? Look, if you just stand here, that tall thing, there, straight ahead of you, that's a clock tower in Calais.
You can see France.
Front row seats up here.
When do I start work? I'll need radio, won't I, and some headphones.
Hey, hold your horses. I'll get you a cup of tea first. Oh, I can't do that. We've run out of supplies until tomorrow. We're always the last on the run up here. We're a bit hush. Hey, put your tin hat on. We've got guests.
Dear deserter Lily, thank you for the hand cream. Skin is as dry as a cow's hide. But a tub of hand cream is not going to soothe my bruised Sea Ranger heart. Where are you hiding? Please tell me, or else I'll come and find you. I've sent this reply to your mother. I hope she passes it on. Ooh, P.S. My left and right are rather amiss without my navigator. Love, Stoker Ginger.
Start the engine up, Melville! Black hands on the ready!
Andorra might not be going anywhere, sir. Your diagnosis about the engine was a little wide off the mark, sir.
Is that right, Melville?
Yes, sir.
Vice Admiral, sir.
Pierre boy,
Right, Melville.
nip me across on your little boat to HMS Invincible for my din-dins, will you?
Yes, Vice Admiral, sir. Bit of engine trouble, sir, but we'll do our best.
Oh, you have rather an attractive crew, boy. The deckhands are nifty blonde, I see.
Oh, they're all just part of the boat's crew to me, sir. Here to do a job.
Had a bit of trouble with the engine, Vice Admiral.
He already knows that, Melville.
What seems to be the problem, Stoker?
Well, I've took off one of the plugs and there was a good spark, so it appears it may be the carburation system, sir, not the battery. The whole engine needs attention.
Really? Well, that's not very good, is it, Stoker? Oh, you've got a good one there, boy.
Acting Stoker, sir. Not got the badge yet. But she's not shy of an hard day's work, sir.
Well, have they had the pleasure of a boatload of drunken sailors yet, Pierre?
Well, not yet, sir. That's our next job. Deckhands, halfpenny, Nemo. Slow ahead, Melville.
Slow ahead, sir.
Now, I'm all free to accompany myself and other senior officers on board HMS Invincible later to dine.
That's rather an unexpected invitation, sir.
It wasn't for you, Boyd.
I didn't think it was, sir. Full ahead, Melville.
Full ahead, sir.
You need to go through the proper channels, sir. All Wrens are required to have a chaperone. Official orders, sir.
Well, put in the necessary paperwork, man. Bring your whole cabin along, Melville. The more, the merrier. Only the pretty ones, Boyd. And make sure that deckhand comes along.
Half astern, Melville. Too much throttle. Ease.
Understand, sorry, sir.
Ropes to the ready, deckhands!
Thank you for the invitation, Vice Admiral. But our watch doesn't finish until midnight, and then we're back on it again at 4.
Ropes up, girls! What a shame for you, sir.
Next time, eh, petty officer? Well, thank you for the lift, girls.
Enjoy your ding-dings. Right, back to shore crew. Slow ahead, Melville.
Slow ahead, sir. Andora's engine is sounding rather dry and hollow, sir. And one of the cylinders is getting much hotter than the others. I've checked the filter for blockage, but I need to check the impeller to make sure it's not damaged. And there's a dreadful gurgle coming from the stern end.
Are you sure you weren't born a boy, Melville?
Quite sure, sir. Father was rather disappointed when I turned out to be a girl.
Oh, half astern, Melville.
Half astern, sir. Permission to ask a question, sir.
Permission granted.
Starboard bow. Is that HMS Belfast?
Belfast is on port side.
I meant port side.
You said starboard.
I meant right.
You're being left.
Yes, sir.
Dream on, Melville. A destroyer like that is out of your league. Deckhands, half penny, kneebone, ropes off. The pie-eyed sailors are here.
Oh, Pam will be buoyed up, sir. Pam! The drunken sailors are on their way.
I've been so looking forward to this, sir. We've never had a whole boatload of sozzled sailors before. I've scrubbed the decks and I'm ready for anything.
You'll need your boat up, Pam Halfpenny. And if you survive this lot, I'll give you my ration of rum for the week.
Oh, here's hoping, sir.
Welcome aboard, lads! We'll have the legless ones first, the mataloes who can't even stand up.
Hey!
Hey, where are your manners? Can't you see we've got girls on board?
What shall we do with the drunken sailor?
Treat 'em like crooks, and you're the jailer. They're Cub Scouts, and you're our sailor. That's your last warning.
Hey lads, these are good disguises.
Hands off, we'll have no surprises.
Wanna join me in some exercises?
Early in the morning.
How? Just keep ignoring. Show some pluck. They'll behave right and high. Then they'll go cheerio off to bed.
Wish me luck!
I'll be brave.
But in my sailor suits just go straight to my head.
Why don't you give us a wink? Then we'll go for a drink and we'll dance till we drop dead. 'Cause tomorrow it's back to the fight, and that'll finish us off instead. But ideally I'd like a redhead.
Oh, please.
We need a red here and now and then, singing hey ho, don't leave me left round.
You can keep singing, boys. I'm afraid it's all noise. Singing hey ho, below and down.
You'll be alright if you ladies want to hang. You'll be alright. I want your engines left unmanned.
We'll be all right if you men can understand. You can all sleep it off until the morning.
Is it just a trick? I'll go stopping a sink. We've never seen the like before. We've always left the girls ashore. First they get the boat, and now they steer the boat. We're
no listening in. Most of what you'll hear will make sense. It'll be in plain German. You'll get code words too, but most of it'll be in Morse code.
Yes, I am aware.
And half the time you'll hear nothing. That's when it starts to get hard. Staying alert. How's your German?
Oh, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Oh, klug und hübsch. Bin ich nicht der Glückliche.
Thanks, Sam.
You're most welcome.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Right. What can you hear?
Lots of interference. No.
Okay, you need to be a bit gentler with the dial. Twiddle. Left. Then right. Then back left again. A bit more. So that you cover the whole frequency range. Like this. Sorry, you've got to kind of give sweep. That way you've got more of a
mind?
chance of thinking. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can do it myself. They sent me on a very thorough training course. I know Morse code like the back of my hand. Units of induction, amps and ohms and millihenries and
It's a different ball game out in the field. What's your speed?
25 words per minute.
25 words per minute?
I've got something.
There you go, spot on.
It's in Morse code.
Okay, it might be the enemy. Get it written down. If you miss a letter, move on. Don't try and guess.
Blimey.
Are you all right? Do you want a cup of tea?
Oh, no, thanks. It's in code. H for how, G for George, T for tear, H for how, Joudley, Then I couldn't hear anymore. It got very faint and then it stopped. HGTH,
Well, there's plenty more where that came from.
What a terrible joke.
Dankeschön.
You're welcome.
Okay, you need to put our call sign
At the top, and the time and date. Now I need to go and hand this in.
And it gets teleprinted through to station X or phoned through by the PO if it's an immediate. Somebody somewhere knows something we don't.
Well, let's hope so if we're going to win this war. I'll go and hand this in right away.
Isn't it a lovely day to get caught in the rain?
Dear deserter Lily, last night, as I lay on deck looking up at the night sky, Vega, your favourite star, was just peeking above the horizon, as bright as a polished button. I have a challenge for my deserter Lily. I have 7 days of leave next month. If you have any leave, wherever you and the kittiwakes are hiding, why don't you venture out and find me? Love, Stoker Ginger.
Dear Ginger, this deserter has leave coming up too. I can't wait to see you. Be on the lookout for Starker Lily.
We're due a break. The other girls can take over. Do you want a cup of tea?
Well, thanks, Dan. Oh, is there anything to eat? I'm starving.
Spam sandwich?
Go on then. Oh, Stan! I've got a carrier wave on 38.
The message coming through on 38 PO.
It's in German. Achtung, feindliche Zerstörer, 55 Naden, 30 nach Westen. Feindliche Zerstörer, enemy destroyer, 55 north, 30 west.
It's a German ship. I think it spotted one of ours and it's telling its mate. This is an immediate. I'll go and check if the PO has a direction on it. Keep listening.
What else have you got to say out there?
PO's phoning it through now. Anything else?
Nothing. It's gone quiet.
Well done, you. You've picked up your first immediate. They don't come along that often.
What happens now?
We have a break. The PO and his team are on it now. Oh, I'll go and get that tea and spam salad.
I mean out there. What happens now with that destroyer?
She'll be warned that there's Germans out there on the prow.
And then what?
She'll move out of the way. If she's got any sense. Or send them a torpedo before they send her one. outside in a minute. We might be able to see it all happening.
But I didn't mean for that to happen.
This is a war, Lily. Your nose crinkles up when you get all concerned. Hey, if one of those ships goes down, you've got a life jacket and a lifeboat. More than likely you'll get picked up by us. Or the Germans.
How long can you survive in the water?
You can cling on for days, weeks. It's the cold that gets you. You're a goner in half an hour. Let's sing, eh?
Isn't it a lovely
I don't want to
day
sing
to
today,
get home?
Stan.
Well, they'll be sending me back out to sea soon. Back out on Wild Swan. So I was thinking, Lily, what with 7 days leave coming up, I don't know what you've got
I need
planned.
to keep
but-
listening, Stan.
Come cheer up, my lads, 'tis to glory we steer.
To add something more to this wonderful year, to honor we call you as free men, not slaves,
For who are so free as the sons of the waves,
part of oak are our ships, part of oak are our men. We always are ready, steady boys, steady.
log 1700 hours.
15th of May, 1942.
I have the forecast, sir.
Fired away, Bennett.
Rough seas, severe gales veering northwesterly, perhaps becoming cyclonic later. As the great man said, I cannot command wind and weather. I'm sure the expected tide will be on its way soon, sir.
They've got us on the run, Bennett. Temporarily. We're losing far too many ships out in the Atlantic to U-boat attack. Every ship lost in this war is a dagger piercing my heart.
Such dreadful loss, sir.
Do let's plot! Where's Roberts?
Ah, she's training today, sir. Got a commission interview coming up, moving her up to an officer.
By Joe.
The plot, sir. Wren Lily Harris appears to be proceeding southwest to rendezvous with Wren Ginger Melville and enjoy some weather and leave.
Splendid! A man has to work hard and play hard. It's good for morale.
I concur absolutely, sir. But before we get to the fun bit, my esteemed director is looking for support from courageous commodores such as yourself, sir. We're not afraid of innovation for an important matter to do with wren footing.
Wren footing.
Wren footing, sir.
Wren footing?
As you well know, sir, back offices are chocker full of wrens. Dispatch riders are revved up and ready. Mechanics are climbing all over the fleet air arm. And signal wrens are braving the high seas to work in foreign lands. We only take the most suitable, as you know, sir.
Right. We are the senior service after all.
Ordnance and gunnery officer training are now taking their brave share.
Good God, we can't have a woman giving the order to fire.
God forbid, sir.
Get to the point, Bennett.
My point is, sir, that at this crucial time, when all hands are needed at the pump, surely the Navy could put our trained and disciplined wrens to more use. At present, the Admiralty chooses to class wrens as civilians. This does seem to be rather getting in the way a bit, sir.
No time for such things, Bennett. Got a war to turn around and a dance to go to. Let's keep to the plot, eh?
Hi there.
I'm waiting for someone. Sorry.
That's a cute blouse. Do you fancy a beer? I'll get us a beer. Don't move. I'll be right back.
Oh, Lily!
Don't let go of me. There's an American and he wants to buy me a beer.
My deserter returns. Sea Ranger.
Sea Ranger?
have a treat for us tomorrow. Who's this?
Thank God I have done my duty.
Nelson lost his right arm.
I'm taking you to see a ship, Lily. We can sneak aboard HMS Victory.
We mustn't do anything we're not allowed to do.
No, Lily. Ooh.
Have you been drinking?
Yes, Lily. It's time to dance.
I'm not very good at this.
You do look as tense as a cat in a thunderstorm.
Why can't I just dance with you instead?
I'm already taken, I'm afraid. What? I'm in love with boat engines. I'd marry them all.
Well, you can't dance with a boat engine.
You can, Lily. The feeling of motion as you cut through the water is divine, and the fuel pump's anti-dribble valve makes me swoon with bliss.
I am so sorry I walked away from you, Ginger.
Well, the other girls are fun too. Pam has been in love about 100 times, and Barbara is a trained yachtswoman who brings a dog gunner on the boat with us. We make tea in a bucket and eat spam straight out of the frying pan. You look very tired and pale, Lily. It's all that sitting around on dry land with your feet under a desk listening to kitty waves.
There's a bit more to it than that.
Really, pray do tell.
Lily?
Oh, Stanley!
Well, push me into a pit with a poleaxe.
What are you doing here?
My brother's posted down here, so I thought I'd come and see him before he goes out. Would you like to dance, Lily?
Oh, you'd love to, wouldn't you, Lily?
Who's that little dolly with the beautiful eyes? What a pair of lips, I'd like to try the size.
I'm better at ping pong than I am at dancing.
I'm no Fred Astaire myself.
So I said politely, darling, may I intrude? She said, don't keep me waiting when I'm in the mood. In the mood to ask what she told me. In the mood to ask what she told me. In the mood to ask how to skin it. Didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood now. Pia Pointer.
Melville, bit rowdy in here tonight.
Wouldn't think this would be your cup of tea. What would the wife think?
No, well, these lads need a PO in here to keep them in check.
Quite right, sir.
She said,
Full ahead, Melville.
Full ahead, sir.
In the mood to ask.
What she told me.
In the mood to
What
ask.
she told me.
In the mood to ask.
How to skip it.
Didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood now. Mood. Have a care. Let me rest, for the best is behind me.
I've never met a girl like you before,
oh,
Lily.
there are thousands of girls like me, Stanley.
A girl who can send more than 25 words per minute and receive at 28.
I don't think we should be talking about the dicks and the dars. Careless talk, Stan.
Do you know, you've got lovely eyes.
Moonlight serenade. I've got a proposition for you, Melville.
A trip out in a destroyer, sir.
Dream on, Melville. I'm giving you and the girls your own boat.
Sir, our own boat.
They need this PO back out at sea. Now, can I trust you girls out on the water, Melville?
Completely, sir.
Rules of the road, Melville.
Green to green, red to red. Perfect safety. Go ahead.
Out!
Sorry, sir.
You think you know it all, don't you, Melville?
Serenade. Can I have the next dance, Lily?
I'm very sorry, sailor, but I need to dance with my friend now.
The next dance, then.
Who is your sailor boy?
Oh, he's not my sailor boys. Work with him, that's all.
He's sweet. I'm sure your mother would approve. Oh, you must come with me. I need to same as I'm desperate to go on a destroyer.
You shouldn't talk about it, Ginger. There are things going on in the dark in the middle of the ocean that are really horrible. You need to be careful.
You know, every time you're scared, Lily, it's...
Oh no, we mustn't do that. That sounds far too dangerous. I'm from a poor family. I don't know anything about life.
Well, I don't.
Oh, fiddlesticks!
Oh, you need to stop and think, that's all I'm saying. Instead of rushing off and getting
You have no right to tell me what to do. You deserted your best Sea Ranger friend to her watery fate. You walked away from me. What would your brave sailor father think on that?
What I'm doing is something...
Yes? Tell me, what are you doing?
It's something very important.
Yes.
I can't. I'm not allowed.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you.
What's that supposed
If
to
anything
mean?
happens to me on the water, it's all deserter Lily's fault. I need to find Pam and Barbara.
Oh, Ginger, you can't just
Be
leave.
careful, Lily. Be very careful.
Ginger.
Do you want to dance, sailor?
Take a break, Lily. You look dog-tired. We don't want you going dicked happy. Come outside for a cuppa and a ciggy. I enjoyed dancing with you the other night. Me and my two left feet. Your mate, she's a bit full on. I did come to look for you at the end of the night for another dance, but I couldn't find you.
Traffic's very busy out there tonight, Stanley. There's lots of Morse code flying about.
The new PO has ordered you to take a break. Dear, she said to give you a medal for that message you picked up the other day. It's only made of cardboard and she coloured it in red with a crayon, but they give them to people who pick up immediates.
Thanks, Stan. What happened with that immediate? Did any of the ships go down?
That's not our job to know, is it? Lily, I've got something
I
to
need
ask.
to keep listening, Stan. I am listening, I can hear you, don't think you're alone. Every dot and every dash means your clover is blown.
Keep sending, never ending code.
I am listening, I can hear you, don't think that I'm not. Is this the way the world ends? Not with a bang, but a dot.
Keep sending your mind bending code. What is it that you've got to say that
sending your mind bending code. Dot to dot, dot to dot, dot to dot.
Paint the picture, keep inside the line.
Dash, dot to dot to dot to dot to dot.
Filling me with thoughts like gunshots.
Dash, 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 dash.
In a flash,
Crash, splash, it's crashing down. All crashing down. Dot, 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 dot.
Stanley, I've got a question for you.
What?
Has a ship you've been in ever been torpedoed?
Now, why do you want to know
Has
that?
it?
A couple of times. It goes with the job.
What happened? What happened?
Out in the Atlantic, the whole convoy got caught by a Nazi wolf pack. We had to abandon ship, got picked up after 5 days at sea in a lifeboat. I was meant to be in the crew in Aphrodite, the escort ship in front of us, but they were short on wild swans, so I swapped.
What happened to Aphrodite?
She went down into the sea with an almighty roar I'll never forget. Is that what you wanted to hear, Lily? It helps not to do too much thinking in this job. What is it that you've got to say that you don't want me to hear? Coordinates for the big one, or are you sending the all clear? Is it Poseidon riding the tide like an old buccaneer? What is it that you've got to say that you don't want me to hear? Are the locusts coming?
the sky is darkening overhead. While the monsters rising from the bottom of the sea.
Hear the engines humming.
Are the sailors sleeping in a watery bed?
Is any of this real, or is this really only me, or is this really real to me, and none of this is really real? Dot to dot, dot to dot, dot to dot.
Paint the picture, keep inside the lines.
Dash, dot to dot to dot to dot to dot.
Filling me with thoughts
Dot,
like
dot,
gunshots.
dot, dot, dash, 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 dash. In a flash, crash, splash, it's crashing down.
Dot to dot to dot.
All crashing down.
Filling me with thoughts
Dot, 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 dot. What is it that you've got to say that you don't want me to hear? Ladies and gentlemen, so that you don't all go dicked happy, we're going to have a 15-minute break. Please get yourselves a drink from the bar and also visit our wonderful Mikron shop out there. What have we got in store, Lily?
Well, it's final now, which means final goodies. So, my wonderful assistant Nate Toon is out there. We have some, thank you. We've got 7 canal art spools left. They're going to go quickly, so grab them. And of course, 2020 calendars and many more things.
See you back in 15 minutes.
Deserter Lily, how kind of you to be so concerned. I'll tell you what Ginger's been up to. My brave female matelots and I now sleep aboard Lantern, our new boat. The big noisy guns in the harbour keep us up in the dead of night. And looking up at the sky, we see Orion the Hunter break from his moorings, and precious Sirius, Polaris, Vega. They all shatter into a million starry pieces. It's all rather dangerous and absolutely thrilling. You venture your way and I'll venture mine. Stoker G.
Get a grip, Ginger. The stars you mentioned in your previous letter are used by sailors for navigating the high seas, not for going off course. And may I remind you what happened to Robinson Crusoe? He got too big for his boots and ended up deserted on an island of despair with only a parrot for company. I'll pray for you. Love, Sparker, Lily.
Isn't it a lovely day to get caught in the rain? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Don't get too close to the edge! I've made you a ciggy for later.
Thanks, Stan.
There's not much action going on out there tonight.
You just want to jump into it all, don't you?
Don't do that, Lily. Not on a cliff!
I would, don't worry.
Oh, a smile! Crack open the crackers! But I need to ask you something.
What is it, Stan?
Well, I thought it might be nice, what with you getting a new posting and all.
I don't know where they're sending me yet.
We could do with some cheering up. Do a bit of, let's all go down the Strand. Or maybe a bit of a, here's looking at you, kid. Or maybe I've got the biggest aspidistra in the
What
world.
about Stan?
There's a variety show on in town. Are you free on Friday night?
I say, Mrs. Bird, your brother's done what? With who? Blimey, you don't have to shout. Oh, you don't know what's what nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. Who's left? Who's right? Who's in front? Who's behind? Who's got what on who? Who's in? Who's out? Who's shaking all about? You do the open. Who? What? Where? Has he got a thingamabob under his... Oh, I don't believe. I said, has he got a thingamabob under his nose? Nothing from you either. Now listen up, good people, I've a message for you all. Old Hitler could be hiding in this very village hall. Keep your eyes and ears wide open, and your big mouths tightly closed. Keep watching for the man with the toothbrush under his nose. I was out in Alworth, keeping watch on the West Drive, for it's in unlikely places that the Nazi threat can thrive. He may look so very different in hairnet and pantyhose. Keep watching for the man with the toothbrush under his nose. Come, come, keep mum, black big mouth cost lies. Watch your brothers and your sisters and your mothers and your wives. You may think your Auntie Dora has never looked demure. Take a close look, it's the Fuhrer. He's a master of disguise. A visit to the bank revealed a most suspicious clerk. I'm convinced he started counting out a bundle of Deutschmark. You may think that he's mistaken, but I would beg to differ, 'cause of all that hair that's growing there right underneath his sniffer. Now some may say he's paranoid, he's been on the hard liquor, but for all our sakes on Sunday, take a close look at the vicar. His sermons are inspiring, and clearly he's devout. But have you noticed how her suit he's got just underneath his snout? Come, 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 keep on, blabbing mouse cost lives. Watch your brothers and your sisters and your mothers and your wives. You may think your Auntie Cat is hiding underneath her hat. It's that Nazi autocrat. He's a master of disguise. Come, 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 keep on, blabbing mouth cost lives. Watch your brothers and your sisters and your mothers and your wives. You may think your Uncle Mike has a look that you don't like. It's the head of the Third Reich. He's a master of disguise. Thank you very much,
dance going on over at Frankie's, if you fancy helping me out with my 2 left feet.
I can't be late back. I'm off. First thing.
To wherever.
I won't know until I get there, wherever that is.
Well, I could dance with you until the cows come home.
On second thoughts,
I'd rather dance with the cows until you come home. It's exciting for you. You, a petty officer. A P.O. I'll have to call you sir.
Ma'am will do, Stanley. I don't know why they chose me.
I do, Lily. You'll have all the officers running around you. You'll have to be careful. Some of them are only after one thing.
I'll have to make my own cups of tea now.
Hey, who's going to beat me at ping pong?
Good luck on Wild Swan, Stan.
Back out to sea I go.
Make sure she stays safe.
Can I write to you?
I don't think that would be a very good idea.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Can I do this, Lily?
I better go. Bye, Stan.
Ta-ta for now, Lily.
Come cheer up, my lads, 'tis to glory we steer.
To add something more to this wonderful year, to honor we call you as free men, not slaves, for who are so free as the sons of the waves. Heart of oak are our ships, heart of oak are our men. We always are ready, steady boys, steady.
Log of 700 hours.
2nd of September 1942. What's the forecast, Bennett?
Thank you, Officer Roberts. The forecast, sir. The high pressure has been and gone, sir. Veered off and turned into yet another dreadful low, I'm afraid.
Do let's plot!
Wren Lily Harris is all trained up as a petty officer and is travelling at great speed northwest to work in western approaches.
Ah, top hat.
She'll be carrying out vital signal work in a bunker somewhere terribly dark under the city of Liverpool, keeping messages moving and the Atlantic convoys running.
Protecting our vital merchant shipping from air and U-boat attack.
A crucial job, sir.
Can't win a war without supplies, Bennett.
I concur absolutely. Voting Wren Ginger Melville appears to be on and off the radar at present, with her new coxswain, Wren Barbara Nebo, last spotted crewing their own boat in the Bristol Channel off Ilfracombe at the shore base of HMS Appledore.
Are we a little worried, Bennett? Has she gone native?
Not at all, sir. Fearless and ready for anything, as all Wrens are. Thank you, Roberts. That'll be all. They had, of course, to lose one of their crew.
Ah, poor thing. Gone back to mummy.
When Pam Halfpenny was sent home, her condition meant that she could no longer continue.
These poor girls. Their heads so easily turned.
Such a loss to the war effort. Pam Halfpenny was a thoroughly good egg.
Do let's get back to the plot.
I'd rather have a good egg who may have loved unwisely than a girl who was not considerate to others, sir.
Time to move on.
And what about the adulterous officers concerned? Should they not also be reprimanded and taught the art of restraint? They are married, after all. They should be setting the example.
Enough said, old girl! I hear Ilfracombe is rather pleasant at this time of year.
Gumbo! 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 For God's sake, Gumbo, come to mama!
Gumbo, Skipper. I've got the engine in tip-top working order now, Babs. Stripped it down completely, and I've greased and packed the stern gland, and I've polished the brasses and the casing.
Put it in writing, Ginger. Make it legal.
As the sun sets over Skimmer Lantern and the day dawns, I take this boat engine to be my lawful wedded.
Shift me timbers. Did you see that, Gigi?
The boats out there, they've been hit.
We got
This is our time, Skipper.
far too dangerous, Gigi.
There'll be men out there in the water.
There are mines and bombs falling all over the place. We're a good pan down.
No, we can do it between us, Babs. The engine is tip-top. The ropes are spliced. Compass, knife, whistle, Aldous lamp and oil skins at the ready. We can do it, Babs.
You're right, Ginger. Start her up, stoke her. Tin hat.
Can do without.
Tin hat.
What about Gumbo?
That's down land, Gumbo. Won't be long.
Incoming tide, Skipper, and a full moon, so it'll be a high one.
Last.
The ropes are off.
A gentle breeze coming from the southwest. Full ahead, stoke her.
Full ahead. Throttle open. Stricken ships due west. Approx 2 miles out.
In the dark, the radio waves.
The frequencies crackle, the cackle of ducks.
That is the marks on a page. In the dark.
The flashing of lights as the Morse code ignites and the warmongers take to the stage.
Another message for the Navy escorts assigned to Merchant Convoy PQ-17. It needs coding.
Thank you, sir.
I'm so glad you're settling in here at Western Approaches, P.O. Harris.
Thank you, sir. Dot! Dot! Wake up!
Sorry, Lily. It was quiet, so I thought I'd have a kick. Is there anything to eat? I'm absolutely starving.
I'll find you something in a minute. Message to code. Read it out first.
HMS Intrepid, HMS Whirlwind to join convoy PQ-17 leaving port at 1200. Rendezvous 60 minus 40 north, 45 minus 23 east.
Off you go and code it, ready to send. All the other broadcasts have gone out for the Navy escort ship strapped in the convoy, sir.
Thank you, Pierre. Now, are you free tonight, by any chance? There's a party on board one of the submarines. We'd love if you and the other girls could join us. It's such fun seeing how many people we can squeeze in.
I'm on night duty, I'm afraid, sir.
All work and no play makes Jenny Wrens a dull girl.
I'm sure one of the other girls will jump at the chance, sir.
A message coded up, ready for send.
Thanks, Dot. Look at your shirt, Dot. You look a mess. If they come to inspect us, you'll be confined to the barracks. Think on that. Dancing all night, were you?
Sorry, Lily. I should have been like you and gone to bed early.
Oh, yes, you should have done. There's some bread in the cupboard.
There's room for about 10 more on the boat. There's lots more men in the water.
Plenty of room, pack 'em in.
You there? Catch the rope, swim to me.
Fill up, back to shore, pronto!
Can't make the men from the coldest cabs. Must have been a collier ship that was hit. You there? I'll put your arms out. I'm pulling you in.
Enemy planes overhead!
This man's dead. There are dead men in the water.
All the live ones in Gigi.
We need to go further out.
Slow ahead, Stoker.
Slow ahead.
The weather's changing. Can't see a belly thing.
We're listing horribly portside.
Oh, you mean starboard? Pack 'em in! Plenty of room! Back to shore!
It's really real.
Thank you! Bless you!
The mist is coming down.
You be lasses?
We be red
to its grave.
The all clear. Is it
Watch out for the swell! It's coming! The swell of the waves!
What is it that
You've got to say that you don't want me to hear. Dash, 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 in a flash. Crash, splash, it's crashing down. All crashing down. Dot, 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 dot.
We'll sink if we don't get back to land.
Where are we?
What is this? What's your bally thing?
You don't know your port from your starboard in a mist like this.
Perhaps we're sinking. Lantern's going down.
Guide us back to land, Gigi.
Land is that way. At a guess? Right? Or... Which way? Which way? Lily, I can't see Polaris or any blasted stars. I'm scared, Lily.
An immediate, Harris. To go out to HMS Intrepid in convoy NR19. That's on its way in.
Thanks, sir. Dot! Repeat the message recording.
HMS Intrepid, merchant and navy ships down, approaching the Bristol Channel. Intrepid to change course 50 degrees southeast to pick up any survivors.
Repeat it, Dot.
Intrepid to change course 50 degrees southeast to pick up any survivors.
You called it and I'll send it.
Yes, Lily.
The Jerrys are laying into us tonight. 3 merchant collier ships and 2 navy escorts are down. HMS Veteran. I learned my trade on that old one. And Wild Swan took a direct hit.
Wild Swan.
Poor old thing. I'm putting the list up. Where are the drawing pins, Lily? Lily? Where are the pins?
In the box in the drawer, sir.
Message for HMS Intrepid coded up ready for sending. Lily, are you okay?
Give the message. What have I told you about your shirt, Dot? You look a mess! Do you want us all to get into trouble?
Sorry, Lily.
What the hell were you both thinking?
Thank the Lord for HMS Intrepid.
Why are you seamen?
We went to the rescue, Pierre Boyd, sir.
Men in the water, sir, needed our help.
You were on strict orders not to go out of the bay on that boat. You're miles from land out
We
here.
couldn't sit by and do nothing, sir.
Only speak when you're spoken to, Melville. You disobeyed orders. I nearly got yourself and other men killed.
Yes, sir.
Where's the boat?
It went down, sir. Lantern's engine flooded. There was nothing we could do.
The mist came in and the sea took us
Quiet,
out.
seamen!
These Jenny Wrens saved our lives, they did, sir.
Quiet, seamen!
Sorry, sir.
You and Kneebone have lost the Navy a good boat. And behaved in a reckless and irresponsible manner. If we hadn't have come along, you'd still be floating in the cold Black Sea.
Yes, sir.
War isn't fun. Is it, Melville?
No, sir. Lantern might still be salvageable. We
All
might be
legs are back.
Sorry, sir.
Intrepid's captain isn't going to like this. And as for Sir Poncy prima donna Percival, well, he'll have something to say when we get you back to land. I put my faith in you lot. I thought you two had your heads screwed on. I'm disappointed. Get yourself in. I can't bear to look at you. And as for you, Melville, no more precious engines for you to play with until you can learn to toe the line.
Sir, I will work day and night, sir.
Dream on, Melville! Get up some rum! I knew bringing girls into this war was a bad idea, but who am I, eh? I'm just a P.O.
Dear Ginger, if you look up to the sky, Vega and Deneb are clear in the west at this time of year. The saucepan is low and Capella is high in the east. I'm so tired. I could sleep for 1,000 years. Where are you, Ginger?
had chewing gum for you, Jenny.
No, thank you.
Lucky strike?
I said no.
Come on, Jenny. It's a special night. New Year and all. A Hershey bar.
I don't like chocolate, and my name's not Jenny, contrary to popular belief.
How about a pineapple? Surely you want a pineapple? This usually sends English girls rushing into my arms.
Oh, well, it doesn't work on me, I'm afraid.
You do seem a bit different to all the rest.
Oh, I don't speak very well to do, you mean?
No. I was told you limey girls are all polite.
Oh, where'd you hear that?
Just come back inside. I'd like to dance you into the new year and then walk you home.
Would you now?
Lily,
Ginger?
are you about to kiss a yank?
No.
You need to be very careful.
You need to go away now, please.
I'll be inside if you change your pretty little mind.
Ginger?
Lily, you're drunk.
Yes, I am. How'd you find me?
Your mother told me. I hitched a lift with a car full of officers, or should I say, can't keep the hands off respectables, then a muddy truckter all the way through Wales and into Liverpool. It was a devil to find you, Lily.
Well, you're here now. Where have you been?
I return to you a broken, foolish Matelot, banished to land with no boat to call my own, my right going horribly left, and my left going dreadfully right, and my wretched soul in the middle. I've missed you, Lily. Do you forgive me?
Your thrilling venture didn't go as planned then?
It's rather intrepid. I'll never forget the name of that ship for the rest of my life. HMS Intrepid, my knight in shining armour.
Intrepid.
Lily, you're a PO. Congratulations, you'll be a
Ginger,
ginger.
HMS Intrepid. Did you come across Wild Swan?
Wild Swan.
Stanley was on HMS Wild Swan.
You're a sailor boy. Lily, don't cry.
I'm a good friend, Ginger.
Yes, you are.
But I've had enough. I didn't even want to go to war in the first place. War takes people away. The last war took my brave sailor heart away. You'll never see me in my uniform. And now poor Stanley. No, stay away from me, Ginger. You don't know what'll happen to you. I know I should want to help win this war, but I just want to go home.
You're tired, that's all, Lily. You can't walk away now, you're a sea ranger.
But I'll take compassionate leave or something.
Unless it's close family, they don't let you do that.
Oh, I'll be a deserter then. Lily the deserter. I'll live up to my name.
Sailor deserts, he gets court-martialed.
Oh, it's lucky I'm just a little Jenny Wrens then. Not part of the Navy proper, no. I'm just a civilian. I can do what I like.
Have you been drinking gin?
Yes.
I thought so. Gin does make one rather maudlin. You need to be careful, Lily.
What's happened to you, Ginger? That's the second time you've told me to be careful without being sarcastic.
I know. It's most peculiar. Facing one's possible end does change the perspective somewhat. Lily, I think I owe you my life.
How'd you work that out?
If it wasn't for HMS Intrepid, I might still be floating in the cold Black Sea, lost forever.
There's no need to be so dramatic about it.
Can't leave me again, Lily.
Can I borrow some money for a train, please? I've run out of passes and I really
It's
need
New Year's Eve. Let's have a dance first, and then we can stop and think what to do next. What is our Sea Ranger motto? Take my hand.
Tutis es fortis. You all have courage.
Heart of oak are our ships, heart of oak are our men. We always are ready, steady boys, steady. Look, 1st of January.
1943.
Let's dispense with formalities, Bennett. Do call me Geoffrey.
May I call you Vera?
Certainly, sir. Jeffrey.
Happy New Year, Vera.
And to you, Jeffrey. May this year bring an end to this awful war.
Concur, most awfully.
Thank you, Roberts.
What's the forecast, Vera?
Visibility becoming dreadfully poor later, but with a hint, perhaps, just a little one, of an expected high far away on the horizon, Jeffrey.
The end is in sight, Vera. Now, I have a special assignment that's come down from the Second Sea Lord and your director.
I'm all ears, Jeffrey.
Operation Symbol is soon to be underway to turn this damn war around. The PM and his entourage are to attend an ultra-top-hush conference in Casablanca for talks with Rover.
Does the Admiralty need Wrens, Jeffrey?
We need a first-rate signals team to work on board ship as it travels to North Africa to handle the top-secret messages and keep it safe from U-boat attack. I need top-class Wrens to work alongside the men.
At last, women as part of the crew.
Not quite part, Vera. The Admiralty would like to see them as honorary merchant seamen.
What a great shame, Jeffrey.
Will you hand-pick a signals team, Vera? Coders, decipherers, telegraphists, the best you have. We are, of course, the senior
service. With absolute pleasure. I have just the Wren in mind.
Splendid. Do let's plot.
Waiting for a train, are we, Harris?
Ma'am.
Chief Officer, Wren Vera Bennett.
Ma'am.
May I ask where you're heading?
I haven't decided yet, ma'am.
Any leave you may be taking has now been cancelled.
Ma'am?
You and I are to take a trip to see the director, Harris.
The director?
There is a special operation, Top Hush Hush.
The thing is, ma'am, my mother is ill and I really need
Mother
to
is
go.
perfectly well, Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
Not thinking of abandoning ship at this moment in the plot, are you? You are a Sea Ranger, are you not?
Proud to be one, ma'am.
Sea Rangers should always be ready for duty.
Yes, of course, ma'am. I'm just not
You
sure.
are the fastest telegraphist in the Women's Royal Navy Service, Harris. Your young brain needs to sit for hours and not tire listening in. You have a higher than average focus for a woman of your age.
That's very good of you to say, ma'am, but I'm
How
still...
could we possibly waste a skill like that? Operation Symbol. You are to get on a train tomorrow at 1700 hours, rendezvous with the director, after which you board the ship Franconia bound for North Africa.
Is this real, ma'am?
This is very real. Turning this war around depends on it.
Yes, ma'am.
In peacetime, you have a right to do what you want, Harris, but in this war, ghastly as it is, we all need to pull together. I can't begin to imagine what life would be like under Hitler's fascism. The freedoms we have fought so hard for would be taken away in an instant.
Yes, ma'am.
You are a good egg, Harris. This is your moment to truly shine. There'll be 100 men to every Wren aboard. Think on that. What delicious fun. The director will need an answer by 0700 hours. This meeting never took place, Harris.
Dear Ginger, I'm not a deserter. I'm a Wren. I'll see you on my return. Love, Sparker, Lily.
Are you holding on in there, P.O. Harris? It's a rough night.
Just about, sir.
This message you took over the airwaves, Harris,
Yes, sir.
has been decoded. It's an immediate.
Oh.
This is all yours, Harris. Take it to the bridge, to the captain, straight away.
Yes, sir.
Oh, run!
Oh.
Oh, hello, love. Is that a Jenny Wren I see in the dark? Hold on tight.
Sorry, I need to pass.
Are you not going dancing later?
No, I'm on my way to the bridge.
Well, they won't let a girl up there.
Oh, Jenny Wren in the dark! Catch your end, quick! Oh, oh! Nearly knocked you into the raging charming young lady.
Sorry, sir. Excuse me, sir. On my way to the bridge.
Where's your life jacket?
Crew, sir. I don't need one unless it's an emergency.
Crew? Jenny Wren? Would you like a dance before dinner?
I'm on duty, sir. I've an urgent message for the captain.
Oh, well, they won't let a girl up there, but...
What are you doing running on deck? Terribly dangerous in this weather. Do you want to end up in the sea? Who is your superior?
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I can't stop. I have a very important message for the captain.
Well, weren't you running, girl? Run!
Yes, ma'am. I have an urgent message for the captain, sir.
A woman on the bridge? Good God!
I'm a Wren, sir. And I have an immediate that's coming over the airwaves.
Sorry, tell it to me.
Alert. HMS Franconia. U-boat in your vicinity. 15 north, 42 west. Alter course forthwith.
Right, change course, Jones. Red 140. I repeat, red 140. Goodness. You may well have saved some lives there. You, Jenny Wrens, are worth your weight in gold.
Oh, thank you, sir. The name's Harris. P.O. and Lily Harris, sir.
Thank you, P.O. Harris. Now put on your life jacket and sit tight.
Yes, Captain.
Are you ready for me, Melville?
Oh, all ready, P.O.
Have you signalled to Intrepid that you're coming over?
Yes, P.O.
You've got this boat looking spick and span.
The return of Lantern, sir. When they salvaged her from the sea, I just couldn't let it go, I'm afraid. We've taken every single piece of this engine apart and put it back together. A complete overhaul.
What about the anti-dribble valve?
It's in gorgeous working order, sir.
You paid your penance, Melville.
Ropes away! Slow ahead, Stoker!
Coxswain now, are you?
Barbara is keeping a watchful eye, sir.
A lantern swimming like an angel.
Isn't she just? Do you fancy a whiz around the harbour first, sir?
Just take me along the stern end of HMS Intrepid, Melville.
Sorry, sir.
Your hands are covered in oil.
Rather comes with the job, dirty nails, I'm afraid.
You'll have to give 'em a good scrub.
Whatever for, sir?
There's an invitation pinned to the mess notice board. For you and Coxswain Kneebone.
For us, sir?
Some poncy navy dinner. Don't they know there's a war on? What direction are we going in, Melville, to get round the stern end of HMS Intrepid?
Starboard, sir. Full ahead, Stoker.
Heart of oak are our ships, heart of oak are our men. We always are ready. Steady, boys, steady. Look! 1700 hours!
April 1943. Roberts, one step ahead.
What's the forecast, Vera?
A moderate sea, occasionally slight later, and the expected high I mentioned earlier, Geoffrey, is a little closer.
Is this damn war never to end, Vera? I look forward to the day when men and women can return to a civilized life.
I do hope not, Geoffrey. Why, who would have thought 3 years ago we'd have so many Wren good eggs?
To free brave men for Britain's fleet.
Trained, disciplined Wrens ready for duty, if the Admiralty will allow.
We can, I dare say, be allies, Vera.
I'd like to think so, Geoffrey.
Do come to dinner this evening. Meet the wife.
Why, I'd love to. May I bring my husband?
Why, I'd be honoured.
Oh, thank you, Roberts.
May I?
Alas, Geoffrey, tonight is not convenient. My esteemed director has asked me to accompany her to an important Navy dinner. Wren, Barbara Kneebone, and Wren Ginger Melville are to receive an award for their courage and bravery on the water. The Collier Company has asked to pay their respects to the women who showed such bravery in saving the lives of their men.
Splendid. What would the Navy do without our Jenny Wrens?
My point exactly, sir.
And how is our plot to finish, Vera?
One last run, Babs, then
stupid Stan. Stan, the silly sailor man.
Oh my goodness, it's Lily's Matelot.
It's you.
Ginger, Lily's best friend.
Do you know where she is? I need to let her know I'm okay, but my ship went down, you see, and it's taken me a long time to get back to shore. Is she all right?
I think she's rather spiffing, don't you?
Dear Sea Ranger, good news, Lily. The waves didn't take your sailor boy. Oh, Stanley's alive and he can't wait to see you.
Vega is shining as bright as a diamond. Stars are magical when you can see the ruddy things. I'm sitting on deck of Lantern, eating tinned pears and custard after a very tiring day. Full ahead, Sea Ranger.
Ta-ta for now, Lily. Oodles of love, Ginger. We are underway, so give a wide berth. You've seen what we're worth.
We're Jenny Wrens.
Let's ride the wave of the gathering storm. Smart in that uniform.
We're Jenny Wrens.
So tweet, 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 free a man for the fleet, and see that we plot our course. And with courage we'll go where the sea breezes blow. Full steam ahead with Jenny Wrens. So tweet, 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 free a man for the fleet, and see that we plot our course. We can see a new day, so it's anchors away. It's our Jenny, look, we're on a penny. Full steam ahead with Jenny Wrens. Full steam ahead with Jenny Wrens.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Marianne and I'm the Artistic Director of Mikron Theatre Company. This is the very last night of our 48th year of touring. 135 shows these guys have done this year. Because it's our last night, you're going to have to sit there a bit longer while I say lots of thank you, but I promise you I'll try and be succinct. So we have some supporters in the audience tonight. Supporters bridge the gap for us between the Arts Council and our box office, and we would not survive without them. So we've got a couple of supporters that I'd like to give a huge round of applause to. That's John and Christine Meredith, Lizzie and Dexter Booth, and our production supporter, Jerry Wright. Thank you very much. John, I've got a Mike Lucas trick for you. What we're going to do is, I'm going to say one thing, and then we're going to do one clap per person. So we're going to do practice. So say, for example, I said, Mike Lucas, you guys are doing nice. If you could Bex Hughes, our MD's at the back. Bex, how was that for you? Very good. That's not what she says to us in rehearsal. So we've got Celia, who's from the Association of Friends. Thank you, Celia. Joe Stanley, who helped massively with the research. Johnny Kelly, who directed Redcoats at the back. And another, two. He did that himself. Celia Perkins, who designed both shows. Kieran Buckeridge, who composed and co-wrote the songs. Vashti McLaughlin, the wonderful writer. Thank you, Vashti. You did very well, this is good. Rebecca Hughes, our wonderful MD. Thank you very much. She got an extra bit as well. Then we've got Barry, Joe, Pete and Rachel in the office. Our wonderful board of management. Thank you very much. They're our Board of Trustees, they tell Pete and I what to do and keep us out of mischief, so thank you. I'm Ben and Dave for first ever live stream people tonight. People who are watching out there. People went to stop then, this is awkward, I'm not filming it. No pressure. If you've liked this, we're touring 2 new shows next year. We're touring a play called A Dog's Tale, which is about all things canine and crufts. And we're also touring another show called Atalanta Forever, which is about Huddersfield football team, a women's Huddersfield football team from the 1920s. So please keep an eye on our website, follow the dates, because we'd love to have you back in here to enjoy those next year. What else do I need to say? I've got a list Pete's given me. Oh, we're going to pub after this for a pint. Going to the Riverhead, so please join us after we put the chairs away. If anybody wants to help put the chairs away, that'd be great. I have one more thank you, and I think we can give them a huge round of applause. These 4 have worked so hard for us this year. They've been amazing. I'm so very proud of